Hi, and welcome to your 15-minute practice.
Let's start at the top of our mats, standing hip distance apart or toes together. Just ground yourself down through the feet. Lift up tall through the spine, take a breath. And inhale, raise the arms up. Look up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Look forward, lengthening the spine. Exhale, back to plank, lowering the knees if you want, coming down to chaturanga. Inhaling up to up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. So take any movement that you want, lifting one heel up and the other, shifting the weight from side to side in the feet and in the hands, bending the knees, reaching up through the top of the thighs, spine nice and long, whatever feels good. And then inhale, come up onto the toes, bend the knees and step forward. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bending the knees as you come all the way up, reach up with the hands. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, opening the arms wide, bowing down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to plank. Inhale, set yourself up. And then exhale, lowering down. Inhale, up to up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And again, take whatever movement feels good for you right now. Bending the knees, reaching the sitting bones high. Melting the heart down. Opening up the shoulders. Give the head a shake. Make sure there's no tension being held in the jaw. And then look forward and step forward as you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Look up. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Remember, you can make these sun salutations whatever you want. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Inhale, set yourself up. Exhale, lowering yourself down, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale up to up dog. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Just surrender to the posture. It may not feel good now, but one day this will be resting pose. Then come up onto the toes, bend the knees, send the hips up, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, squeezing into the midline, reaching the arms all the way up. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank, lowering down chaturanga. Inhale up to up dog, opening up the shoulders. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. 5 breaths again here. Really breathe. Let go of the body. Just focus on the breath. Listen to what your body's trying to tell you. And then when you're ready, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, release. You should be getting nice and warm now. And then bring the feet hip distance apart. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the butt back, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Inhale, set yourself up. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, up to up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands, reaching the arms up as you exhale, and then inhale here. And exhale, bring the hands down to the top of the mat, step back to plank. Lower yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale up to up dog, opening up the chest. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Back foot at a 45-degree angle. Hips facing forward. Inhale. And then exhale, bringing the hands down to the top of your mat. Step back to plank, lowering yourself down. Bringing the knees down whenever you want. Remember, this is your practice. Coming out to up dog and down to downward facing dog. Again, 5 breaths here. Remember, you're not restricted by these movements. You're not restricted by the alignment that you might see me doing. Listen to your body. Breathe. And then come up onto the toes. Bend the knees. Exhale, jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the butt down, reach the arms up, chair pose. And exhale, release to Samasthiti, standing at the top of your mat. Inhale, chair pose again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale up to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. You can raise the right leg up into the air to help get it in between your hands. But lift yourself up as you inhale, warrior one. Take a breath and then exhale, lower the hands back down to the mat. Step back to plank, lowering yourself down, Chaturanga. Inhale up to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Now this is called a vinyasa, this section. And then bring the left foot forward in between the hands. Square the hips to the front. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Sink the hips forward. Exhale, lower the hands back down to plank. Following through to Chaturanga. Inhale up to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Pressing the hands away from you. Opening up the shoulders, letting the heart melt down. Lifting up from the top of the thighs and the sitting bones. Feel that line of energy running all the way up the spine and down the back of the legs. And then step or jump to the top of your mat as you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink the butt down, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, sink the butt down, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale up to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, raising it up if you want. Inhale, reaching up. Warrior one. And bring the hands back down. Exhale, step back to plank, lowering yourself down. Inhale up to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And step the left foot forward. Inhale, reach the arms up, hips facing forward, chest forward, chin up. Exhale, lower the hands back down. You're getting the gist of it now. Inhale up to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Calm the nervous system down. Breathing deeply, in and out through the nose. You feel like you've got a lot of energy building up. Exhale through the mouth. Audible sigh. Now bring the hands wide. Step or jump through to sitting. Legs extended out in front of you. Hands by your side. Lifting up tall through the spine. And inhale. Reach the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring the belly button to the thigh. Chest forward. Looking at the top of your toes or looking down, whichever is most comfortable. Holding on to a strap or the feet. Elbows wide. Find length in the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up. Cross the legs. Bring the hands in front of you. Jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale up to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Again, hands as wide as the mat. And then jump through again. You don't have to do the vinyasas every time. You can just lift yourself up. So bring the right foot next to the left thigh. Bring the right knee across the chest. And then the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. We're taking a twist. Lifting up tall through the spine. If you want to try for the bind, you can. You can use a strap or a tie or something if your hands don't meet. Dorsiflex the left foot, lifting up, opening up the chest. Doesn't matter how far you're twisting. Breathing from the belly, twisting from the ribs. Inhale, reach the arms up, cross the legs, and take a vinyasa. Or not, just lift yourself up a little bit, or just get ready for the other side. Jumping through, and meet me back in sitting. Bend the left leg, get outer edge of the foot in line with the outer edge of the hip. Bring the left knee across the chest, outside of the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Again, taking the twist first variation or going for the bind, wherever you're at, but lift up tall through the spine, opening up the chest, twisting from the ribs. Pressing down the left foot, dorsiflex the right foot. And then inhale, release, cross the legs, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale up to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And jump through on an exhale. We're coming into boat pose. You can either have the legs straight or the knees bent. You can have the arms parallel with the legs, reaching out through the toes, squeezing your inner thighs together, chest up. And then just cross the legs, lift the hips up, and come back into boat. Chest up, chin up. Squeeze your inner thighs together, draw the belly button in. You love it, you love it. Cross the legs, lift the hips, and back into boat. Arms nice and strong. Go on, challenge yourself. Try and straighten the legs. If not both legs, one leg. And then the other leg. Keep breathing, and then cross the legs, lift the hips up, jump back to chaturanga. Come into the best up dog of the entire series, and then exhale back to downward facing dog. And when you're ready, coming through to sitting, and roll down onto your spines, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bending the knees, heels in so that you can touch with your fingertips. Press the hands and feet down, tuck the pelvis under, and press the hips up towards the ceiling. Either keep your hands by your side, or you can interlace them underneath your back, pressing them down into the ground, rolling the shoulders under. Or you can bring the arms up above your head, bringing the hands by your ears and pressing up into Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, breathe. And reach the belly button up towards the ceiling, hip bones up towards the ceiling, pressing the hands and the feet into the ground. And then when you're ready, slowly start to bring yourself back down into the mat. Remember to tuck in the chin in if you're coming down from wheel, vertebrae by vertebrae. And bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze, bit of a hug. Rock from side to side. And you got it. Another vinyasa. Rock up and down the spine. And meet me back in sitting. We've got a nice gentle forward fold now. So you can either go for an intense stretch, dorsiflexing the feet, really pulling yourself forward, or you can melt like a rag doll. Wrap something, put it underneath your knees, palms facing up towards the ceiling, melt. This forward fold is whatever you want it to be. I highly encourage it to be a relaxing forward fold though, because it is the end of the practice. And just let the feet relax, let the arms relax. Doesn't matter where you are. Take a deep breath in, create space, and exhale, melt into that space that you just created. When you're ready, curling yourself up. Cross the legs, or come into lotus if you can. Or you can just come into a comfortable cross-seated position. Backs of the hands to the knees. We're going into chin mudra, so thumb and index finger meeting. Lifting up tall through the spine, slightly tuck the chin, and just breathe. Feel the energy running around your body. And if thoughts come into your mind, just bring your awareness to the tip of the nose. Feel the breath coming in and the breath coming out. Slowly start to release the cross-legged position and lie yourself down for Shavasana. Give yourself a wiggle, make sure nothing's going to annoy you. Wiggling the fingertips and the toes. Just take a deep breath in and exhale. Allow the shoulders to melt into the earth. Let the hips be heavy. Releasing any tension out through the fingertips or the toes. And bring the awareness to the tip of the nose. Feel that breath coming in and soothing you, replenishing, regenerating. And when you're ready, bring yourself back into the room. And bring yourself into a cross-seated position. Bring your hands to prayer, thumbs in touch with your heart. Just take a breath in. And as you exhale, just bow the head to the Guru inside and to you, for managing to find the time for this practice today. Namaste.